And no matter how fair the critique might be, it still feels invasive.
I'm invading their community! No! Oh, hi, Loki. You're in my chat. Yo, Loki, what's up, bro? Hello, everybody. Welcome. I made this tweet before I went live today. Because there's something that I want to talk about, and it's just something that I noticed. Okay, I'm just gonna read it out. This is incredibly annoying. I give the most mild take about ZZZ and its mechanics slash bosses. I don't even make any videos about it. Suddenly, I'm lumped into this box of people assuming I must be on a hate agenda, purposely spreading misinformation, drama, outrage, doom posting, just for giving any kind of take solely because I am a Wuthering Waves CC. I'm someone that just wants to play gacha games that interest me. I like to talk about issues that interest me. That's all. This is insane. And let me tell you why I'm saying this. Because I have not made any videos whatsoever critiquing Zenless Zone Zero. I spoke about it on stream, but I was very open to being entirely reasonable, listening to feedback from my chat, looking to learn about what is going on. I'm pretty sure when I was talking about everything on stream, I am someone who is active in wanting to know better and understand more and take in information from my chat and what I'm seeing to make sure that what I'm talking about is like accurate. I'm not here, and I have never been here to spread misinformation or to start drama with the Zenless Zone Zero community. That has never been my intention. That has never been something that I want to do. I am not someone who is here to be like, oh, we should all like shit on Zenless Zone Zero, shit on this game, whatever the anniversary. I've never done that. And the mere fact, this is what's making me really kind of like sad. The mere fact I am considered a Wuthering Waves creator now has this weird connotation attached to it that must mean I'm hateful. Oh, she's a WuWa CC, so therefore she has to shit on every Hoyo game, and therefore she has to be hateful to everything else that isn't WuWa. And I think you guys know that I've been here for a while. I try to be incredibly fair. I try and be incredibly fair. I have always tried to be fair. I shit on Kuro when they do stuff wrong. I was very critical of their anniversary. I'm very critical of their events. But somehow, as soon as I have criticism for any other game, because I have this tag of Wuthering Waves CC, but also because who I'm friends with, suddenly that must mean I'm on like a hateful agenda. And now I'm thrown into this box. I'm thrown into the box because I'm a WuWa CC. And I'm friends with Tectone. I'm friends with Saint Tontus. Suddenly that means that like, oh, I'm someone who's just here to spread hate and misinformation and cause drama and outrage the community. Just because of who my friends are and just because I main Wuthering Waves as a gacha right now. Because now I'm in this weird position where being labeled a Wuthering Waves CC somehow just lowers my credibility overall. And that genuinely makes me kind of sad. By the way, I'm not saying this to call out the Hoyo community. I'm saying this to like the entire like gacha community at large, right? Oh, you're a WuWa CC. Like somehow WuWa's the only game I'm ever going to cover. No, I cover games that just interest me. I happen to play WuWa the most. Did I start my content creation journey playing Wuthering Waves? Yes, I did. Will I play other gachas? Absolutely. Will I make videos on other games that interest me? Absolutely. I have not made any videos about the current like Zenless Zone Zero stuff. I merely talk about it on stream. You know why? Because it's something that just interests me. That's it. And I'm so open to people coming into my chat and being like, no, this is the correct thing. This is what actually is. I'm so open to taking in information. But somehow now, because I'm labeled a Wuthering Wave CC, and because who my friends are and who I associate with, that must mean I'm hateful. That's such a really weird way to discredit me because of that, rather than listen to what I personally have to say. People will outright not want to listen to what I have to say merely because who my friends are and that I cover Wuthering Waves. Should we watch the video? With that being said, should we watch this video? Should we watch this video that someone made about? I've never had like a video made about me like this before. I've never. Yo, you're welcome for the 6K views. You are welcome for the 6K views. All right, should we give it a watch? I don't want hate farm. I don't want hate watches. I don't want hate watches. That's not something that I'm interested in having. I'm just someone. Will I make takes when I see them? Sure, but I'm not out to like whatever. Right, let's watch the video. As he has to say. If he says something valid about me and my take, sure, I'll listen. I think it's pretty obvious that I'm like pretty open to feedback, right? I've always been someone that's open to feedback. So, you know what? I will hear him out and what he has to say. But judging by the reception in the comments, I must have like called someone's mother a slur, right? So, here we go. I don't know what this like weird cope is about this stuff. Like, I don't know what this weird cope is about this stuff. Like, no one's saying, yes, other characters can deal with the miasma mechanic, but no one could do it quite like Yishuan. And they happen to pull her on banner at the same time the boss comes out. It's Slimey. Why is that such a bad thing for, like, me to say? Is that supposed to be a gotcha moment? That's the intro? Is that supposed to be a gotcha moment? Like, yeah, we gotta. Look at what she said. She said the banner character is gonna do the best against this new boss.
So let's take a step back really quick. Zenless Zone Zero 2.0 drops on Friday. The hype's been real, but so has the scrutiny. And right in the middle of it, we've got an exchange between two creators. EO, a Zenless-focused content creator who's been testing characters in the creator experience server and covering the game consistently. And Captain Cabinetz, who's known for speaking her mind when it comes to Hoyoverse games.
That's fair, but I think it's slightly disingenuous. I speak my mind when it comes to every game. I speak my mind when it comes to every game that I play. It's not just Hoyo. That's that framing is important. This is what I mean. That framing is important. Because it's like, oh, she speaks her mind of anything when it comes to Hoyo. No, I speak my mind to any game that I play or have interest in. This is immediately doing this tribalistic thing of, oh, WuWa CC, yeah, they only speak in that kind of way about Hoyo games. Look at this person. They speak badly about Hoyo in particular. It's quite disingenuous. And you're immediately framing this in that sort of way so you can put me in a box and then blast that box afterwards. It's kind of strange.
Now, in most cases, a healthy debate is a good thing. But the tone of this one and what it represents hits different, and a lot of people felt it. It starts with EO posting a light jab at the usual post-release doomers. I'm starting to believe everything.
Why does this tweet have 214,000 views?
New equals power creep to some of y'all. Then Captain Cabinetz jumps in with the more serious reply. What would you call it?
More serious reply.
Implementing a mechanic that targets a specific character that conveniently is also on the banner, and from there it spirals into accusations that Zenless is launching challenges just to sell you the solution. EO, to his credit, does.
This guy is really doing his best at putting everything I say to extremes. Oh, she speaks her mind about Hoyo games. Oh, she's definitely launching accusations. He's painting things to extremes. It's kind of a little bit disingenuous.
Doesn't go nuclear, just explains calmly that Yishuan isn't the only way to counter the miasma mechanic. She's just the most efficient. There are existing units who can handle it. It's not a must-pull situation. It's a classic case of sin.
You're escalating, and EO deserves all the credit. I'm escalating. I'm escalating. Me replying with a question is escalating. Someone makes a public tweet on Twitter and I reply, and this is escalating.
Energy. Even after the clarification from someone who's had hands-on experience, Captain still leans a bit skeptical, saying, isn't it a little bit off? Yishuan still does it better than anyone else. It's a bit slimy.
Huh? Brother, listen. Do you want to know what my mild take was? Do you want to know what my mild take was? I will show you what my mild take was. This is me being incredibly hateful, by the way. This is me being incredibly hateful. This is me being incredibly hateful. I said, do we not think it's just like a little bit off and a little bit slimy? That's all I said. This is literally all I said. Zenless isn't doing that per se. I'm literally saying Zenless isn't doing this because this tweet right here, this part of the tweet, I'm replying to EO, right? EO said, but try answering the question. If there was a mechanic and only the way to counter it was that one unit, I'd agree. EO was saying he only thinks a mechanic is he would say it's bad if there was only one character that could counter that mechanic. Then he will say it's bad. And to me, I'm repeating that and I'm saying that wouldn't be just bad. That's the worst case scenario. It's also game breaking. I'm replying to him saying this. This is not what I said, right? I'm replying to him saying this because this, it's not just bad, it's game breaking. A game wouldn't function, a game wouldn't work. And to me, it was kind of silly that he would say that. That's the only time you would say that that is bad, is when there's only one character that could deal with the mechanic. Then you will say that's bad. That just seems a bit strange. I think we can call something bad before it gets to that point. It is in fact the worst case scenario. We're allowed to say something is bad before it becomes the worst case scenario. If suddenly I'm playing Wuthering Waves and there was a boss and you could not do damage to that boss, this is hypothetical. You couldn't do damage to that boss unless I pulled Cardathea specifically because she has one specific skill that breaks a boss so you could do damage to it. That would be game breaking. That would be end of service WuWa. That would be the worst case scenario. And EO implied that is the only point that he would say he would agree. That something, a mechanic like that being tied to a character is bad. I'm simply pointing out that we can call it bad before that. We could call it bad before that. And I'm saying Zenless isn't doing that per se. Obviously, Zenless isn't doing that. Maybe I should have been more specific and this is on me and I will apologize, right? I'm talking about the boss in particular. Yixuan has a kit that deals with that boss the most effective out of basically everybody. That's it. And to me, it's just kind of slimy. A character that gets released the same day as a boss drops. It's just kind of like, this is a bit slimy.
And then you see...
I even say it's not power creep. I even say it's not power creep.
Says the counter to miasma isn't Yixuan, it's the defensive mechanics that already exist in the game. Yixuan just does it better because she has so many defensive mechanics as well as offensive. It's like saying...
It's like the EO's tweet proved my point. Yixuan has a kit that deals with it the best. That's it. He agrees with me. So I don't understand what all this, when I said this cope is about, what's all this cope? Yixuan's kit is the best equipped to deal with that particular boss, for example. Why is that a bad thing to say?
Thinks he's just power creep because she has a manual parry, but everyone has this available to them in the game, right? And here's where the conversation starts becoming less about facts and more about vibes. So I want to break that down. I want to talk about that. Why this kind of criticism lands differently on who it's coming from. Because here's the thing.
He's talking about, we're moving on from facts and more about vibes. And now he's proceeding to say, yes, we're not going to take what this person is saying at face value. We have to like look at what kind of person they are and then make an opinion on their takes based on the person they are. Who is the one here that is judging someone on vibes? I don't think it's me. I think this guy is the one who is now judging me based on my vibes and what I have done. Is that not the case? He's literally goes, we go from facts to vibes. It's like, what is this?
Creator who mostly focuses on what some people would call slop content, or only ever brings up Zenless Zone Zero when they've got something negative to say.
Didn't I play the game like yesterday? Didn't I play the game yesterday? Didn't I just play the game yesterday? Am I crazy?
It's gonna come off a certain way. And it's not that criticism isn't allowed. In fact, it's
Oh, great. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, please say it. Oh, I'm begging.
Up Zenless Zone Zero when they've got something negative to say, it's gonna come off a certain way. And it's not that criticism isn't allowed.
But
in fact, it's necessary. But if you've never posted a positive,
but there it is. There it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, those are the words. It's not like criticism isn't allowed, but there it is. And there it is. Yeah, there it is. That's crazy. That's crazy. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. See, this is what I fucking mean, bro. Yeah, but you can't. And because of what you do and who you are, yeah, you can't. You can't make criticism because of who you are and what you do. What a fucking joke. Yeah, I need permission. I need permission from the community before I make a take. Oh, fuck me. All right, let's see what the butt is.
Positive take, never engage with the game's community outside of a hot take, and suddenly
I played the game yesterday.
You're weighing in on a controversial thing like the miasma mechanic. People are going to give you the side eye. It'd be a different story if there was already a balance, if you built up some rapport with the ZZZ player base.
Yeah, you gotta like build a rapport with the community, and you gotta be nice and have balance and be cool to the game first. Make lots of content about the game first before you can like criticize. He literally says, bro, he literally said, before you give a critique, you can critique, but you should build rapport with the community. You should be making content about the game. Why does that invalidate take? Suddenly that invalidates. What is this weird mental gymnastics? Yeah, I have to play enough of Zenless Zone Zero so I get a license and permission from the Hoyo community that I'm allowed to give an opinion. The Hoyo community doesn't care how much ZZZ I play or how much I talk about the game. They won't care. They will always label me a WuWa CC. Just based on I play the game the most and who my friends are. I give any negative take, I'm immediately being labeled, oh, a hater Kurobot that's critiquing the game. It don't matter if I make 10, 15, 20 videos about the game.
Or even just posted first impressions or breakdowns with a neutral tone.
I have to be neutral. I must be me playing the game on stream is not me being neutral. Me playing the game and having fun and doing the story is not me being neutral.
That way.
Yeah, how many can you tell me in like writing and document how many hours of ZZZ I must play?
So looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
When you do raise concerns, people are more likely to listen to what you have to say. Why does
I agree? This is something I agree with, right? This is something I agree with, okay? I've said this many times on my streams before. If you are someone that makes a good point, but you say it in a way that people don't like you, or if someone already doesn't like you and the person, okay, there is an individual, a figure, someone you don't like, but the person you don't like just made a good point. It does not matter if they made a good point, you are still going to hate them regardless. The problem that I am facing, I am labeled a WuWa CC. So therefore, no matter how much I say I make a good point, even if I'm nice to the game, because I'm a WuWa CC, people will hate regardless. It's like, it's a lose-lose situation. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I glaze the game. As soon as I make a negative take, oh, WuWa CC again. It's so, what is this mental gymnastics? This is weird mental gymnastics.
this keep happening? This isn't just a Zenless thing. It's a gotcha scene thing. Genshin players have seen this. HSR players have seen this. Hell, even Tower of Fantasy went through it. There's this pattern where creators from one community pop into another only when they've got something negative to say. And no matter how...
No, that's just... Do I have to post my story reactions to my YouTube channel for this to be considered valid for this license that I must have? Like, well, what do I do? I'm being so negative. I'm being so negative. I I can't believe I was so negative, dude.
Fair the critique might be, it still feels invasive. And no matter how fair the critique might be, it still feels invasive.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did we just say that? I'm invading their community! No! No, she's invading! This is like gatekeeping 101. Holy shit. This is literally the definition of gatekeeping 101. They're invading my community! She made a fair take, but she's invading the community. No! That's actually fucking the definition of gatekeeping. Holy fucking shit. Wow, listen to yourself. I was gonna be fair, but actually listen to what you are saying. I hope this guy rewatches this video and realizes exactly what he's saying. This is actually insane. This is actually insane.
Haters from one community pop into another.
This is actually
only when
insane.
They've got something negative to say. And no matter how fair the critique might be, it still feels invasive.
This is the guy who's like, oh, we've gone on from moving from facts to feelings and vibes. He is doing that to me. Oh, it feels, she might be fair, but it feels invasive. Oh, it feels invasive. It feels this way. Who is the one judging based off vibes? We're just vibe judging someone. We're feels crafting. Oh, she feels invasive. I don't like the way it feels, so I don't want her here. She hasn't played the game enough. She hasn't made enough positive content. She feels a certain way. What is this? Is fucking Loki the fucking vibe police? Do I have to get a pat down by this fucking VTuber to have approval to say anything or make a take? The most mild take imaginable? This is what happens when you make the most like mild take imaginable. I made 0 videos. I spoke about it for a little bit on stream. I didn't even say anything outrageous in the replies to EO. I said nothing that outrageous. And I'm being vibe checked? I must be vibe checked by what, the ZZZ police? To see if I've been a good enough of a girl to be able and allowed to make critiques that people will take seriously. Because this community apparently only takes critique seriously if you have been positive enough to the game beforehand. Then they'll take you seriously. Sorry, I didn't pass the fucking vibe check. Like, people are acting as though that I spit on, like, Zenless Zone Zero. I just spoke about it for a bit on stream. I just said it was a bit slimy. Did I say it was gonna break the game? Did I say it's like the worst thing they've ever done? No, I never said any of that. I never said any of that. What is this mental gymnastics?
It's the difference between being part of the conversation and just crashing the party.
I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I'm so sorry that I crashed your party. I'm so sorry that I wasn't invited. Again, this is the definition of gatekeeping. How dare this person talk about this in the community? How dare they come into my community? How dare they do this to the community? Keep out of our community. Keep out of this community. You're crashing our party. You're crashing our party. Why are you gatekeeping gacha games? Yo, Exile! Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Remember when Cab was wondering if she should post that video because of this very situation? It's like, what is this?
And when creators do this consistently, criticizing without context, speaking on balance without touching the content firsthand,
I made one video reacting to Shade's thing about power creep because I think power creep is a very interesting discussion to have about all gachas. That's why. The power creep, I spoke about other power creep in the past. I wanted to give a take on power creep. Apart from that, what have I done? This is news. This is Black Beacon. This is just a fact. I'm reacting to PGR, talking about Tuhu in particular. Oh look, me criticizing Wuthering Waves. Genshin gave me hope. Holy shit, look, I made a video glazing fucking Genshin. Look, I criticize Kuro Games. I praise fucking Hoyoverse. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, this Cabinetz, she's a fucking... Wow, I hate her. Wow, I hate her so much. I can't believe she just posts drama about all these gacha games. She just criticizes these games all the time and, you know, she never says anything good. She never says anything good. These people are speaking about me like they know who I am. It's like, what the fuck? Listen, we wouldn't have to gatekeep you from ZZZ if you didn't take so long to max clear TOA. Listen, I can max clear TOA with my eyes closed, okay? It only took me 6 months, but I'm here now. I literally launched up Zenless yesterday because I'm like, hey, I'm actually excited to play 2.0. I'm genuinely excited to play 2.0. I want to give it a shot, so I'm going to learn how to play like this Hugo team.
Content that isn't even out yet, that comes out this Friday, it creates a defensive reaction from the actual player base, not because people can't handle criticism, but because they...
No, it's because they can't handle criticism. No, that's exactly what it is. Wait, what are we saying? This is what I said. And it's like... Ooh, I don't like what she said. She might be... This guy literally said she might be fair, but I don't like what she said. I didn't even say it in an aggressive way. I literally didn't even say it in an aggressive way. It's a little bit slimy. That's all.
You know when someone hasn't been here long enough to actually get it. Personally, I think Captain Cabinetz made a fair point in theory.
What more can I do? She made a fair point in theory, but I don't like her vibes. I just don't like her vibes. And she's a WuWa CC, so I'm not gonna listen. What do I do? I didn't pass the vibe check. I didn't pass the vibe check. Oh no.
Tell you the solution to a problem they just introduced, that can be sketchy. But in this case, the claim just doesn't hold up. EO backed it up with game knowledge, tested results, and even went server diving to prove his point. So if you're gonna throw around words like slimy, the bar needs to be higher. None of us know.
Is slimy a slur? Is slimy a slur? Also, EO's videos didn't go against anything that I said. The only thing that I said was that, hey, Yishuan, her kit is literally made to be the most effective against that boss. It's just kind of slimy that all these guys... It's Zenless. You could say for other gaches too. I don't care. It could be for WuWa. I don't care what the game is. It's just slimy that they released them on the same day for same banners. That's it. It's just slimy that this happens.
Know how bad this is yet until obviously the content drops on Friday. Zenless is still trying to find its voice. It's still trying to form its identity, right? And it's kind of frustrating when creators outside the community jump in and frame that early growth as failure just because it doesn't mirror their preferred game's model.
Bro is now just like saying random shit. What? When have I done any of that? When have I done any of that? What have I... What? Hello? What? Hello? How many videos on ZZZ have I made ever? What do I do? Look, guys, for like 2 months, brand video, make Wuthering Waves, brand video, reaction, news, whatever, Aero Rovers broken trailer reaction, everyone's wrong about Cantarella, wizardry video, story reaction, holy shit, almost 60k, kind of fucking mad, holy shit. I did make a critique about Hawkeye Star Rail, Casterus thing, Hawkeye Star Rail, beta, Wuthering Waves. Look how many videos I make. Kuro has a quality problem. Oh, look at that, me shitting on Kuro. Whatever, the dumbest WuWa player I've ever seen, critiquing WuWa community. Wow, look, me critiquing the WuWa community, whatever, anniversary, whatever, talking about these things, leaks are huge, blah. Bro, like, huh? I know people paint me as like, slop, fine, I don't care, call me slop, I do reacts and stuff, story stuff, fine. Absolutely. I take content from my stream and I put it on my channel. 1,000,000%. Call me slop. Don't care. Do I make slop? Absolutely. I make some good like original videos occasionally, right, that I'm proud of. Call me slop. Fine by that. I make good slop. People watch it. right? That's the thing I could say. I may make slop, but goddamn, people watch my slop. So do I care? No, right? But do I do drama? Very rarely. Very rarely. And it's mainly just me commenting about a situation and giving my own take. Very rarely do I poke at other people and try and take jabs at other people. I really never do that. Even with the whole pokey thing, I never took jabs at him as like a human being or anything like that. I just comment on a couple things and move on. You know, it's like, I don't... Hey, if you're a WuWa CC, that's it. You're a drama slop. That's it.
At the end of the day, critique and curiosity both have a place, but timing, tone, and track record matter. If you only show up to throw shade, don't be shocked when no one takes you seriously. Engage
sure,
with
I could totally understand, right? A person you don't like makes a fair take. It doesn't matter if the take is fair, they're still gonna hate you anyway. So the conclusion I take from that is, what's the point? What is the point? I might as well just say nothing, because anytime I say something negative, people have already painted me as a bad WuWa CC. So like, I might as well just embrace it, right? I might as well just embrace it. They're not gonna accept what I say anyway, so it is what it is, right? I don't know. There was so many mental gymnastics with this. I'll be real. Like, I don't know. This is very much girl boss gatekeep. I don't like your vibes sort of thing. Oh, hi, Loki. You're in my chat. Yo, Loki, what's up, bro? Great video, dude. I really liked it. I'm gonna be so honest. The reaches you kind of made with this and what you're implying and the way you paint me out to be is just a little bit disingenuous. You have done the exact thing that I literally talked about in a tweet that I just like made. A group of people or content, as soon as I make a take, that's the way it has to be responded to. And it's just kind of slimy. I'll be real, that is just kind of slimy and kind of shit. Check DMs. I will check DMs later. Imagine making this public and wants to settle on DM. Right, exactly. If you want to talk, let's talk right now. You know what I mean? Can you make an edit with me as the vibe checker? Okay, so I assume you're going to ignore me talking to you right now then. This wasn't about you, Cap, just a reference to piggyback off of. Brother, what do you mean? This wasn't about you. Hello? This wasn't about you. Hello? You pull up my tweets. You're talking about my tweets and making inferences from them. You're saying a Wuthering Waves content creator, and you have me in your thumbnail. The fuck do you mean that this wasn't about you? This is literally supposed to be a hit piece about me and critique on how I critique games. It's fucking what in the gaslight? Like, what in the gaslight? What the fuck? Like, why does a Wuthering Waves content creators criticism? Why does and it's me and my tweet. Look at the title. Why does a Wuthering Waves content creators criticism and I am the content creator in the thumbnail? What do you mean? Just own it, bro. Full chest it. Why you try to downplay it? Just fucking full chest it. You guys know how YT works. Calling out a thumbnail is dumb as fuck. Okay, so this isn't a hit piece. Okay, so you're saying this isn't a hit piece. And also the fucking intro. Yeah, dude goes off on you for 6 minutes and says, it's not a hit piece. It's not about you. It's not about you. Yet references my tweets and uses that to make a point. It very much is about what I'm saying. You guys are brain dead. Would you care to explain how or why? Or are you just gonna like make a point? Are you gonna like have any kind of content explanation, or are you just gonna say this? You all missed the point entirely. Loki, what was the point? Okay, instead of telling people they missed the point, what was the point with that? What was the point? Games should be critiqued, but you can't critique unless you like have like you like talk positively about the game beforehand. Therefore, like, what are we doing? Gatekeeping, being like, oh, this person has a track record. This person has track records in doing this. Therefore, you are amplifying. You realize your whole video is about amplifying tribalism, right? But you realize your video literally condones and amplifies tribalism. Yeah, they get so much hate because anyone would dare critique another game. That's what it is. If you take it, that came out of your mouth. That is what you said. What? That is literally what you said, word for word. There is no taking it that way. That is literally what you said. I'm saying that's how the community feels and all this is doom posting. You realize you're not doing a benefit for the community, right? Loki, you realize what you are doing. You are doing a disservice to the ZZZ community because you are painting them out to be as soft as shit. You have literally just exposed why the community is soft as shit. Jesus Christ, I am just trying to have a conversation and I'm getting attacked. I'll be real, bro. I think there's a couple screw loops. You just said my whole chat is brain dead. You make a hit piece. You come in my chat, say everyone is brain dead. Oh no, now you're saying that you are being attacked. I just reacted to a video. I just reacted to a video where you make a hit piece about me. You come into my chat and you're wondering why people are shitting on you. Are you dumb? I cannot be blamed for my chat being like, what the hell? What are you doing? Like that is, at that point, you walked into the fucking lion's den. That is not my problem. You walked into the lion's den. And you can't be like, oh, why am I getting attacked? Like, you came into the kitchen that was on fire and you have decided to get burned.
Kick / Captain Cabinetz, Captain Cabinetz.